Any you even know. D sexy Dr. Ren. We baswa bobodia na share a video no and koma ye baba bedi no. Bobodia na share na yenu no mo ambeba echi so ebenya bi ahwe. Nkomo ben na wo ho. Very simple. Very simple. Nkomo e wo ho ni nyina fa eye Afenyo-Markin so ho. Ena yebedi MPP for womo eye leader our parliament. Eye ura Afenyo-Markin the ho nkomo ena ye ba bedi no ha. Enti mama PS mema wakwaba na ebusiafo a mohwe me nyina nso mema mo nyina mo akwaba. Ura eye wadada enso mechiao. Nkomo e wo ho no very simple and I'm just here to talk about Afenyo-Markin ene nsem a oka ewo parliament. Na nkomo no very interesting. Na I think say menu mienu nyina na ye interested na ebedi ho nkomo. According to Afenyo-Markin, the minority speaker or the minority leader or parliament the assembly atuja Japan Fifi Michiao. I say a minority leader in parliament Alexander Afenyo-Markin has alleged that a number of the ruling National Democratic Congress NDC members of parliament are facing financial hardships, with some reportedly relying on ride-hailing service such as Uber to make it to parliament sittings. The Afenyo-Markin Kenny nyina say NDC for ho akyere wo mo pa NDC parliamentarians no omu di hia omu di ahokyere omu ni sika ombotuma e dry omu ye hiafo eni ntie na omu ba parliament a omu di Uber na eba asemi. He said it during an interview on Peace FM, Eja, also on the 28th of November 2025. The Afenyo MP claimed that several NDC legislators, particularly those on the backbench and without appointment to public boards, were under economic strain. But say, Afenyo-Markin stated that the MPs from both sides of the House endure challenges, but insisted that the situation are more pronounced among their colleagues in the NDC. Now, our brothers in the NDC, and I quote him, our brothers in the NDC, we are in parliament with them, and they are suffering. Some of them come to parliament with Uber. Some of them are on the backbench, and they are not on any board, he said. The Afenyo-Markin Kenny Nanse and NDC for Maba Bemu, Omoba eno, Omo Brepa, Omo parliamentarians or parliament bre. Esan se Omo nisika, kra no asebiu, Omo de betofi olegu Omo kem, Omo nisika Omo de betoka, because Omo de dap a friend is saying, a buying board so. Nti ahokyere de omo ho kyere omo pa na mmom no omo MPP for de omo ho nkyere omo saa te se de NDC for no ho kyere omo no na de all can say NDC for de omo ho kyere omo pa but MPP for ho nkyere omo saa ebe de na mo ho akyere mo MPP for ebe de na Afenyo-Markin any MPP for ho akyere omo ufiri aban mu ba yi afe ba ko an ewumi afe ba ko na ekumi. Intia na ho bɛkyere mo sika bebrebe ya mawie yi sika bebrebe ya MPP fo bebrebe mu nya akwanya ededa board so wiaye sika bebrebe MPP fo enya akwanya dodo no mo ye ministers enya akwanya wiaye no ebe na mo sika na sa intia tiase se sika na mawia ne ntino mo da so obi wo mo bank mu account mu mo da so obi ede esiesie mu fie yenim. What is wrong with a parliamentarian decides to go to parliament, a cabinet, a friend is saying, the chamber of parliament, to go to parliament, or drive or use Uber. Uber, a friend is saying, UK. People take public transports. Uber UK. Parliamentarians, emu use public transport. Hey, in fact, oko eye Netherlands kradia, omo kradia, empayinfo kro muda kruna no kran. Ebi mu use eye bicycle and edikwa eduma. So what is wrong? You see, this notion say if we are parliamentarians, we should live a certain lifestyle. The lifestyle of the monarchs, the oligarchs. And this will be far a year uber as you hear me. I think Afenyo-Markin thought to say, or can you answer some? But I've said it. A Jimmy Sam and Walker. I have told MPP people say, the longer Afenyo-Markin stays as the MPP leader our parliament, the longer it will take for MPP to come back to a year power. TME. And also Japan for cry Fifi Kraso or say the Prime Minister of Japan sometimes uses train. So what is wrong if a parliamentarian decide to use an Uber? It is a Ghana they will use Uber there we hearing. According to Afenyo-Markin, Ghanaians using Uber are poor people. Ghanaians using Uber are poor. According to Afenyo-Markin's reasoning. I've told you guys. Oni Akufo-Addo nante na wo fa Akufo-Addo adamfo na wo fa no nyonko a adwene ne nyansa na ewo trim no beto bolem na we use baller adwene na de anante. That is exactly what the MPP muhunu under the leadership of Afenyo-Markin. Under the leadership of Afenyo-Markin no de na muhu insem hunu ensem keka nyansa nim and walker. As a leader of the MPP party, our parliament, or utterances ni. You think it's a Baba until we go ahead NDC parliamentarians moving. But meanwhile, you are exposing yourself. You are exposing yourself. You are exposing your political party. Some you are crum for. And just the last a year friend is saying, about your 2 years, free money. I'm able to say, you are crum for. They really came to steal. Because one more time, then I'm going to use Uber. I'm going to drive a V8. Munya free fuel. We call up and down. John Dramani Mahama, on the finance minister, almost more physical discipline. Yen share. Emma yem fa Ghana sikane nya ensemhunu nya basa. Yem fa franco to board so. Basa. So today, listen to what Afenyo is saying. That NDC from watch because they uses Uber. They patronize Uber. They use Uber as a means of transport to get to parliament. In fact, we are Ghanaian. Now we see Afenyo-Markin as someone working here. Clearly, you should know that the MPP parliament, MPP political party, the MPP political party, they don't have Ghana at heart. Afenyo-Markin should rather even encourage others to live, a friend is saying, a life a simple life. At least offer Uber, somebody will be paid. Obi nsubenye adwuma, obi nsubenye sika, e de ahwe ne yere ahwe ne ma. So you see Afenyo-Markin, Christopher Mwakwaba. You see Afenyo-Markin, the understanding, the knowledge. How did the MPP party name a year Parliament House? And Afenyo has a political diarrhea. Look, I've told MPP. I think it's either say ebi Afenyo-Markin no. One NDC for kosin sign krata say obe Jimmy say ya na on me nye bibi ebe boa ne party na ba power. And I've told you guys from the beginning I announced Afenyo as MPP's minority leader. I told you say Afenyo is no good. He is a good for nothing person. And that is going to bring MPP more shame. I told you. And this is the best of the MPP. Afenyo-Markin is the best of the MPP. The current MPP or parliament, Afenyo-Markin is the best. So if Afenyo-Markin and they are the best, then I mean, one more makanwe. One more makanwe. Afenyo-Markin is the best in Ponyo. One more makane. And ye bobo. Afenyo-Mpa. MPP party no asebio Kofo mo party no Darocha mo party no Odoi Sykes mo party no and then Afenyo de oye nyansa na apem. It reminds me of what Gabi Asare-Ochidako kan when they were in power. Or see, MPP needs new ideas. When MPP party was in power, just yesterday, they were in power. Gabi Asare-Ochidako stated, say, MPP party no, it needs new ideas, new brains. Brains ne woman asa de akowum. JH Mensa de akowum. Brains na ne wo party ni mu no de akowum. Banre dum de kowum. Odoi sites mo. Etiene ye ni enyansani no wo MPP ni mu da bi. Yet to say friend saying try makwe fa na fa. Quite to say Manchester United Miami team. Ye try be fa na fa. Eno na ene MPP you but your team dey sisi ya ba form kakranka top 4 no dey ka ho. Eno I won say your boy Crystal Palace show mu 2-1. Nice one. What you say maybe team no. If you crab United are my support. Team Afenyo-Markin is not a leader. Oshe ni subain, oshe ni delivery, oshe ni utterances. Nyanse ni. Oyo nyansa for. Ontimi DMPP neni. I'm being honest. Ne kase efri ne ba a bon full of arrogance. I've got this. Always self-aggrandizement. It will for Afenyo-Markin. I'm sorry. MPP for I'm sorry. Look, Mami can't same way. I think say you can screenshot it, shot it, and then send it to any platform, or you can share it. Of course, this is the first time I will join him here. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, no? And then you hit the bell, no? The notification button, no? So anytime I'm a baby, I'm sabeka and komono ayed nibi. Ishma me wakwaba, now wins me wakwaba. Tie. She Matinasi, ana madwene ade we. And I hope somebody out here, a friend said graphic designer, you can do this and share it on pages. And people will say, I'm on for better or my junior for the MBK. Anything. Me fa NPP. One more press on by a president. Nipa says no more press on by a president now. That is the best of the MPP. They want to lead Ghana come 2028. The best of the MPP. Me fa sanko for says ni now. Na me fa the young NDC ni akwada nyame, as John Mahama calls him, Ashanti Regional Minister. Onunkwano. Ne nyansa ne bro nipa says ni nyina nyansa. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. I'm not saying say nipa says na omo MPP omo nim nyansa, but akwada nyame ne nko Ashanti Regional Minister no nko Onunkwano. Ne nim de ne nyansa bro omo maka ne nyina so. I'm being honest with you. Say ene akwada nyame Ashanti Regional Minister gina o se yekoto aba. Na sankofo sesi na ye kan omo bomu a Ghana fo nyina beto aba no dodo no abeto aba na ma akwada nyame. I'm telling you the truth. Or ye decent, ne utterances on point, or ye patriotic, or ye badwene ba. He doesn't talk anyhow, he doesn't behave anyhow. He is, that young guy would need me answer. He knows where he's going. And I'm a boy. Me boy mon kan kyerɛ me. Another mechanic man can ya mon kanchre me. Ofa eye Dr. Frank Amwako Hinia. He is far, far better than the 6 MPP Mpanyinfo almost they want to lead Ghana in 2028. Look, Ghana, yenya phone sao. Ghana, yenya fo sa. Ghana, yensanso nya phone sa. I'm being honest. When it comes to leadership, the people parading themselves that they should vote for them to become the flag bearers of the MPP and eventually become president of the Republic of Ghana. Tia Tofiakwa, I'm telling you. God forbid. Look, ufa NDC and kofu ni titiri womu no. If I'm telling you even about Dr. Frank Amwako Hinimpo. I'm personalized of Dr. A friend is saying, people like Honorable Emmanuel Amakofi-Boa, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Ufa will be to say Dr. Keselato Forsen. Ufa will be to say the Vice President, Professor Jaina Opoku-Agyeman. The names, the list, a tall list. Ufa womwa, Asiedun Ketia. Ufa even the former NDC chairman. A very fantastic man. He comes from Eastern region. The dinner me free kakra. Bamitima neko. He's a Pentecost man. Ghana no yem fambe diagro. NDC backbenchers cry better than the leaders of the MPP. I'm telling you. Say ye kotwaba say ye will obedi or minus. Look, MPP needs to do their homework well. And many would many would inkomwe. I don't see MPP coming back in 4 years, in 8 years, and in 12 years. I'm telling you. It would take a miracle. It would take true hard work, patriotism, dedication, wisdom, knowledge, a clear roadmap. This is how MPP hailed Akufo-Addo for 40 years and he got the chance, and his first speech was plagiarizing President America Marco speech to tell us. I'm telling you, Afenyo-Markin is not a good leader. And I'm being honest, very pompous guy. But you see, that is how poor people are. Some of us that come from poor background, the moment we get opportunity, we behave foolishly. Instead, say, you better keep our, a friend is saying, we'll be sober in our thoughts and reflect and give lead. When we say, Jimmy Nkwa. And look at Afenyo-Markin's leadership. Afenyo-Markin's leadership. Every time he be cantankerous behavior. Maybe be just say basa the Papa She like behavior. Or feel so wakanya sasem obekasa like Papa She, and so be any conclusion no cost 90 empty 0 zilch. She nim. This is the personal MPP for Omakofano. If Omakofano. Look, I'm sorry, but MPP, I'm telling you, you have to put your things together. But you see, you can't say no, you can't quite say, and MPP no crowd penny be any. Opinion ya wakasa MPP 40 no cry be. I'm being honest. You see, MPP ebeye year enya wo sisi no. MPP na Akufo-Addo wabese no. Wabese party. I'm telling you. Because you see, Akufo-Addo o bridi ne seso. What you say? O grumi ne seso. Na ne seso ne say. Ne seso ne bitterness, a hand time, disrespect. for the elderly and the young ones. To me, baby, no krona kwenya asahemfo for get up. You saw it in videos. Get up. Oh, yeah, him for blood, sweat and blood, defended the land, gave us the land. I to me akeka wabo my friend who Ghana. Kufu adu to me commande or hini ayanto ne so aba so one sorry no nchia. So you have to imagine. At the party, MPP youth organizer, I'm saying, was MPP youth organizer is 72 years old. Tell me, youth organizer is 72 years old. Can you imagine? So look, Afenyo-Markin is not the kind of leader you need. You need the likes of Patrick Boama or Parliament, a very nice, calm young man. You need people like that. Afenyo-Markin should be like mechanism of parliament, whip us there, yeah. To whip people in line. That work go back to me in the year. Chief whip, wait to me in the year. But as a leader, no. Uni nyansa no. Men kaso nim no because he's a lawyer. The knowledge in the information the will be. But nyansa no uni. I'm sorry to say it. That is the reason why you see MPP struggle. Because one, an MPP no need any chairman. Chairman, wakoti be na acting chairman, be na nena and obi aye de ope. Do you hear party no? Abronye wumu okasa rough, okasa anyhow. Oko parliament in so Afenyo-Markin kasa anyhow. Oko Ashanti regional. Now we should win to me Ashanti regional mean a chairman for MPP. Oh MPP. All these things. You see, when we speak truth, people think, say, I am MPP. No. But as it stands now, I'm telling you, the NDC were a lot of distinguished men and women. A lot of people who are, well educated, who have the character of leaders. Look at their ministers, John Dramani Fowler. Who they catch them? Look at the fine gentleman. Atuforsen. You cannot compare Mobile Miano to Atuforsen. Atuforsen is far, far better than Mahmoud Bawumia. And these are facts. Ufa Bawumia's performance, even as a so-called vice president, Kufuor said he will come to make sure he will help build Ghana's economy. But look at when Bawumia became the head of the economic management team. To the extent they say, CD need to tip on some yam for me. CD a committee to investigate the reason why CD near there. So a call for. And today you hear a friend is an MPP for artificial economy. Artificial economy. That's a CD no ebenya holding against the dollar. And then the one yes artificial ni be Ghana for one to. Sometimes when I listen to members who talk for MPP, I get sad. You know why? When you move with the engine, now it me tien kofobi to say a friend is a JH Mensamo. To me, someone make argument and say yes. Tiemie. Utie a JH Mensamo. Utie obi to say a friend said Dambochemo. Oh my goodness. You will love it. Decentralization. Local government. You will love them. But team I was selecting MPP. Team was selecting and we say, oh, sound MPP in there. It is say a year Susubribi ni a year friend is saying Barcelona. Susubribi ni be a Real Madrid. And now Susubribi against Manchester United. Team say Gab no son. And the current NDs now they find people who scan it through the members of parliament, the MPP for who said no. Who shared the omo with DMPP chia, omo kasa, our chine binom baba be yem paying for. I'm on my Ghana. Ultimately said nah. Debbie. Look, we mean business. We need men and women. Our one nyansa. Omo nimdeɛ, the likes of the Dr. Kwame Nkrumah mo. Ehia Ghana for no mo sa nimdeɛ nte sɛ Pa Grant mo, the likes of Jacob Wilson say mo. Ehia Ghana for mo nyansa no, ni ansa boni mo type. Because we've seen some before. We've come to, yababe siya francophobia no mo ye edikanfo no ma dwene mo do. When they speak, ultimately say yes. You get benefit from him. Today I was listening to a Bantama MP. And I was sad. I said, so watch. Just say, to me, the comprehension crying yet. Ko kasa ultimately se kasa na insisi so. Se kasa na etwetwetwa. Te said the Nigeria ni a enjoy a year nepa ewo a year alatambe. Just say, o kasa ultimately say no. The kasa no and make sense or just ye be I don't hear kasa bi. They like anytime they besu bi o no mo kasa. Nya bi wado na kasa na ehia wo. No. Kasa na make sense. Ni entimi mfamu aba. Ni entimi nsua bibi mfiri mu. Ni enkoye ni. Today look at how Akufo-Addo came and destroyed Ghana's education. Look at how the effect of free education. Free SHS. I can't say you more people going to school. Yeah, but in Shishaya or the Betua Kwemu, Anke Bebuamaya Kwaye Nimino, and their own results now about own results now. And it's a concern, a national concern for all of us. And I have said this, you see, about 10 years ago, my starting me, I was drumming home all these things about. I said, look, say I'm sharing your money, and share your money, you be doing me, we will regret. Because you see, a crone see a shisheni in such a way, say, Obia better than once say, ye will cry, ye shishe. Ye building. And would mean behave anyhow. In a society where we want to be the best and compete with the best, we need discipline in all aspects, in all a friend is saying, institutions, in every area of the Ghanaian institution or the Ghanaian life, or the Ghanaian a friend is saying, we need discipline. Every institution. But you see, when Akufo-Addo came, he himself, morally, he was bankrupt. Ethically, you say, or behave anyhow. So you saw what of course, you saw it. No respect for rule of law. Dear Jinsem, the people that quoted the Bible today, when we call them to come to account, they run away because morally they are bankrupt. Morally. These were people who told us that they have built Ghana and Ghana is better than the United Kingdom. Less than 1 year. They have left the scene. And I said, I stood here and told you, and I said to you guys that watch it, that as soon as the Akufo-Addo or Bana Humujima, they are not going to stay in Ghana. For the first 1 year, then all of them, no, but majority of them, they will leave the shores of Ghana. And today, what do you see? Where is Ken Ofori-Atta, the second in command of Ghana? Where is the Prime Minister of Ghana? They are not there. Free education, no more to talk. A friend is saying, a student, my students. But then I won't say because that is the behavior of how I did Akufo-Addo. When I'm saying this thing, I want you to take time and research and know Akufo-Addo. You talk about the man. When Timi Ampasi, I'm a lawyer, but eventually became a lawyer. When you first be a lawyer, no, you should ask. Because now the bushing for no, a year friend is a positioner. They could easily give him 1 or 2 things and say, "Come on, let's just swear this guy in and let him come." And then we say he's a lawyer. You heard it from engineer a year cabinet Japan. Say Akufo-Addo call Oxford no question law. When we it here say, oh, my men top poor man will come me president no cry boa me. What bon? I know they do baby or dear do. And you see how then she free education or the buy affect your mind Ghana. Because men can't say free education in you, yeah. But in Shisheno, no, say nkoma ink kum. So nkoma nyansa research kum. That's why I keep telling Ghanaians that when it comes to education, more man call for scholarships. So, omombra Ghana, omombra UK, omombra America, okoye study, okoye course beya, okoye business, okoye beya business and international relations. Can't you teach this subject in Legon? Another subject you enchire with Legon. Okoye political science. And there's a subject you enchire be woye UCC ni Kevas ni Legon ni Tech. Other private universities in Ghana, you enchire those courses no. More person will be scholarship using taxpayers' money to go and learn. More money panning cost ya dear or the buy best sound my Ghana shebre. And yet the normal courses are any of the institutions or Ghana is be. Money panning cost ya maybe obey or the name dear be baba best sound my Ghana. I've always said instead say my scholarship people should go out to schools like ABR. Omonko school be we be umbra UK ni boka with taxpayers money no. We should rather take it upon ourselves as a year Ghana mine ni spend money and bring it a year a friend is saying lectures yemfa a friend is saying scientists what I say engineers yemfa wo mu yentuesi kakese no mombra mecha yen kwada na de e wo man Ghana. We can tap them from Japan. We can tap them from China. We can tap them from America, from UK, from Russia to come and train our people. Rather than say, yo, near the school, Krabe Briakogu America, near the school, Krabe Briakogu, course, Ben Omokoye. Majority of these social science courses. Our nation must be fixed. And I'm telling you. When I see ahead say you see kwada no subject be na omokoye ya omo faili you see mathematics 51% afeli in mathematics core maths. Are they? It means that the structure no weaker. Otiase. It means say enyoma na ye hyehyɛ wɔ kurom ye nhyehyɛ ni ye. But you see people will come and they will be talking what you say, and then they will not make any meaningful sense. You bet me enya nyansa ni bi etumu say okay baby a ye kono pemben so a ye kono who our competitors anyway. Our competitors is not the MPP. MPP for no common MPP nyansa do pen for pen the woman. Kakrebi na ye nyansa for. I'm telling you, women now they are fine brains. Some MPP those ones yes. Kakrebi ne woman some kasanso ayan fa. Etufa ene ye school kwadan say 131,000 NHS students failed in English language, which is 30.27%. Now T. I see 220,000 students failed in core math, 50%. Rather, 196,000 NHS failed in social studies. Social studies. Today, the youth replaces social studies with what? And the youth, a social studies now is here. And then we replace and there is social media. Oh yes. The youth of Ghana, social studies, and we see and are done in the social media, and we just. If you are building a society where JSS ministries every school, no one pass here, on team call SS, it's a cause for problem, and no more than it TikTokers and a dancing. Sakorani we SS no ntimi anko university and a cause for a nation. It's a national disaster. I told you guys that Rawlings ever say educational system because Rawlings introduction of JSS nipa na ntimi antwa anko SS okotenafia dear na society man. So a lot of Ghanaian children, they became drop out from JSS, Omontimian Anko SS, and they became a friend saying Kaya years, they became a year friend saying a year veranda boys, they got themselves involved in other social vices. Listen to me. Ekrobia, because we know, said the devil finds works for the idle hands, no, the youth, no, the teenagers, the ones below the ages of 18, no, they are actively involved. Yes, maybe the ma yet. Country that activities be to engage them. So you see many activities, but we swimming, we football, we life skills, life skills. We get them involved, so that they will not be walking about aimlessly and going to show a friend is saying, trust enemy on the internet, TikTokers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very important. And I think it's the researchers and TSA say, why are our students failing in the core subjects? This is where we need people, the policy makers, the think tanks, to reason. At the end of the year, say your friend is a Imani president. Franklin could you MP before roasting the internet? So then they say, "Well, 2 weeks there and there MBA course being in the other." So I look at all this. TME. We need to find out why our students failing in core subjects. What can be done? What is the key reasons in their failing? Is it because of weak foundational illiteracy skills? Is it due to limited reading culture? And if so, is it because of the heavy reliance on social media? Because of that, it has reduced them from long-term reading. In Tuba, we say a lot of people don't read, leading to weak vocabulary. Because the more you read, the more you come across a lot of words. You feed your brains. So limited reading culture. But you're for culture, culture. Ineffective teaching methodologies. Reasons. Key reasons. Oh. And we have to understand, there is no even remedial support. Today, the remedial support in the Quran break down over the language of instruction challenges. Anyone. Now, about core matter, you see 50.54 failure, the highest core mathematics. One of the reasons why you move be brave. Anxiety and the fear of the subject math. Mathematics, no. Many kofu brain will fear. But mathematics is a subject that are very enjoyable. And I shared my opinion many years ago in the 90s. I was having issue with some question beyond maths. One of my good friends who attended Presec and went to Lagos, Wise Bones, any Alfred Anku Adiama, these two Voltarians, they taught me the simple method in solving mathematical issues. Simple. Teacher nature na mentiasi. Method na teacher nature na mentiasi. But these two young guys, group studies, group studies together. Our estate. You share the boom. We will go to Alfred and Kwadiama's house. We rotate. Now a beautiful. And I began to love mathematics. So sometimes, instead of us always getting the youth on this social media, not by your youth, no, escape for them. I'm telling you. Brilliant Science and Math Quiz is good. But it's about time we start. You see, this is where regional ministers must be innovative. District executives, DCs, MMDC, you must be innovative and get the youth involved. You must get the church, but you must get the mosque. The Muslims, you must get the Christians, you must get the public, a private sector involved. Come up with ideas. I be engage the district, no youth now, what district one, teenagers now, no. Come up with innovative ideas. Be engage them. Where are the libraries? We must engage our young today because they are competing with the Japanese people. In the next 50 years, where would they be? When I ask you, how many engineers are you producing in the next 10 years? How many engineers are we going to produce in the next 20 years? In the next 30 years? We are producing a bunch of TikTokers. But the core and elective subjects, no, I say, move along, no, that creative minds, no, and you jai woman, no, baby, no, more. So reasons, nibi, key reasons for the failure of core maths, and I may highlight TV, no. Poor teaching approaches. The abstract teachings, abstract teachings, and then youth, they want something which is interactive, practical, problem solving. Inadequate practice. When it comes to mathematics, it involves consistent repetition. Yes, mathematics. Characteristics. A is A, B is B. It involves consistent repetition. Make it enjoyable. We live in Ghana, a country where the TVs are sure. You need even entertainment to be in terms of maybe cartoons, something illustrations to be akwadano wo soni nyina or share cartoons no more educational to solve problems. Near the kwekumen mu ene friend saying akokrobeto ne friend saying lewen mu kwasia aboa say uni say we papa say attempted there, you don't even get nothing out of videos. The movies don't even give us nothing. Those days when we were young, you watch a movie, you watch some scientific movies, you will love to become a scientist, you will love to become a mathematician. At the end, you'll be mommy, ewu, na beifo bi ba ye, and na caricature be just things that will not even inspire the Ghanaian child. We have teacher quality gap. And this should be a concern for the nation. We don't have those masters. I mean, can you be sure? Me, my catcher said, I've been advocating, say, the so-called scholarship, the man for I'm telling you, I made my catcher. Because courses are me who courses are for the past 20 years, a man scholarship. Me who be papa, nya, a bit like I say, and conform question there were broaching. De be papa be about my gun, young faso. Baby and I will cow crumha, could be mumpo. See, remember, a they must sign an agreement with Ghana. Timmy, they must sign agreement with Ghana. You do back. As a friend say, "Yeah, scholarship. I will ban. Who sign agreement? One cop here. And for him, the other boa Ghana voluntarily. One cop boa yenya. We bushing for no. We put them into prison. The Chinese did it. You think they were joking during the days of Deng Xiaoping? No. When Deng Xiaoping sent hundreds of thousands of Chinese to America for them to be trained in batches, no. People signed. If you don't return, your parents will pay the consequence. They will face the consequences. Yes. Niyamu will be to kwine or by UK or by your course by business administration. Come on, say Kwame despite no business administration. Come on for Munko Ora Ibrahim Ama, no one practical business administration. I'm telling you. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We need a curriculum. Your curriculum is too overload. How can people go and read integrated science? Nanipa be NTC failing. It's because lack of practical and hand-on science experience. Abrantian wo try the science no. Oh, ka thermometer. Oh, bobo boyfriend is instruments be din. Oh, who instrument no. And we have a lot of people that go through the science. Let's teach them from the basics. You don't need to get to Adisada College, SHS, you do infant PIM, Presec, and the likes, Wesley Girls, and Sana. When you're laboratory, from the age of 7 to age 12, every school must have a laboratory. I'm telling you, every primary and JSS must have. It should be something I say you must have. The children should start going to science laboratory when they are very, very young, so that they will develop their interest there to become surgeons. It's not when Nipaneunia said we would doom pempen so be an baby fufu no. Then now we are going to teach the person the importance of good. We must start from the early ages. That is how they be a catch, you know. To most any pane bedini obedu baby no. Nimdie na wonya na fe enche no akona home GM. So anytime it be ano, yes, ya de no akodum pempen so na ebenya knowledge na fe ye impact no ebe ye kakra bi. But ye the shas yes akora no, ye ne shas ye ntemu a. And son will be to the age of 18, 19 no. Now the fertile brain no ye full of creativity no. To me processing your mind. One said to me, a creating your man. Obey ye bibia kesia de amaye. Timmy. So many schools lack laboratories. Students need learning theories, and which undermines their understanding. Poor foundational science knowledge concept. Anything. Weak basis in JSS makes SHS science too difficult. The weak basis now what JSS no, or you could do SS are defining difficult. Integrated science no. A mirror ye shas yen send him kan ye mana enya kono mane nye mira oko SS a yen ding. Insufficient instructions material, outdated textbooks in the few visual aids, and limited digital tools. And so many from primary JSS to SS. Now one kasa build one apps, coding. This is what areas in the core. AI, artificial intelligence. You move on, crowd. Maybe I hear kono. Uko Japan one way. You drive a car. Road so a road no. Generating electricity. Ye amount for ni move. Ye de tikrumo atorrentum bi anto yenda. Yente se tsunami bi, hurricane bi. De bia yet when ya me shiraye with good weather and yet. You see, education is key. Let us start and give them the little ones the key early. I know we have teacher constraints when it comes to integrated science teachers. When it comes to social studies, I am so surprised. And I've told you, now the youth need social studies. Need abandon their social media. Because they believe that the subject is easy. Fifi or no Japan, or see human beings working and providing electricity. People think social studies is an easy subject, so they don't spend much time. Me, I can close my eyes, social studies, I'll do it. It was one of the easiest subjects for me. Because I love reading, I love to research. So those subjects, it was easy for me. So they don't prepare enough for examination. So called Tokyo Station, that is what it is there. And you see, in Ghana, no, a country we always memorize. Until we memorize without critical thinking. Until anytime we are true and then we pour. What you see? You memorize it, you chew, you pour. Into free exams room where we are the academy now, the yankai be more chew and pour. Lack of engagement. Social studies is the reason why you see a lot of indiscipline in our society. Yeah. See a lot of indiscipline. Now, I say, yeah, social studies, then they're replacing it with social media. That is the best example I can give you. So you see the nonsense they are doing on social media. How many content? And it to me, Emma Gunn and any far or Sha, he wants to evolve, he wants to build, he wants to grow. How many content? You see, this is where the Minister of Communication you come in. This is where Minister of Communication you come in. Because it's always Shemrano. And if you're a minister and you possess Shemrebia and people and Mama, the other wouldn't win your minister. Because do Mrebia, you know, who take some decisions, it will help us in future. This is what you have to understand. Mekai Mrebia, na Accra, na small vans, na funny pa 444. They said here 207, any those. Rollins, and maybe Gigama soldiers for no call around. Last year, trotro drivers, because before no didn't come announcement, I said, you small van no afanipa me and sape. Fanipa no 369 12 load nako, and for so fanipa more than that. Ye more time, more education, still a little more year off. This age is for gumu, lashing call for 2005. People changed their minds. What you say? It was even around 1999, and then Kofo came and he also continued. TBA. So this is something that we must understand. Your reading and writing weaknesses. Now you share a effect in a limited access to tertiary education. Now, feel that man for how you feel. What it means, they say a lot of people will not get the chance to go to the university. The 200,000 people, they will not get the chance to go to the university. Now, the question is, as a society, how prepared are we to absorb these 200,000 people, equip them with skills training, so that they don't go wayward, so that they don't leave the shores of Ghana, go through Libya, go and waste their time, go through the Mediterranean Sea, hoping that they will get to Europe. And if they don't get to Europe, what happened? They die. So as a society, I say, when you pan the door one, you the idea or more yet, and you wasted time. I have said, it is simple. It is simple. We can change certain things. We can change certain things. And we must change it now. It's a lot of hard work. I'm thinking about, say, you are a leader and you are leading a population of 1 billion. Because when you fight Jinping, these are leaders of China and they are leading a lot of about 1.something billion. John Mahama is only leading a population of not even more than 40 million. Our ministers are not leading. When you go to some regions, minister in a region, Caribbean, do 10 million. If regions will population and do 5 million. And yet, it means the regional ministers are not thinkers. They are not bringing on board innovative ideas. The 16 regions, no, we need to get wise men. Get wise men and wise women. Patriotic sons who will see not the Ghanaian as their competitor, but they will see, say, Great Britain, France, Germany, these are our competitors. They are building aeroplanes. What can we do to ignite the fire in our women, in our men, to also come up with ideas so that we can also one day build our own aeroplanes. What can we do? We got some people like Safo Kantanta. We for our foolishness sake, we allowed men like that to die. Time I woke up, Alexa, play me this. Safo Kantanta was doing, the TV will on and it will off. Time I wono, oh Alexa baya wuji tu muno. Na Safo Kantanta, hey yebi. But we don't value. Because you must be a lawyer. You must be a journalist. The movers and shakers of the country are the people who are making things impossible. Who are those people? The businessmen, the creators, the innovators. And that is the reason why you see, till date, even mining self, we have not been able to add value to our mining industry. Because we don't even know the importance of gold. Because the youth has not been taught, the child, the young guy has not been taught at school that gold usage is a lot. You think if our children, you think how valuable gold is and the usage of gold, we will allow people to come to our country and be digging and go, and then they will dig and then they will take it away. For lack of knowledge, my people perish. I have said the lives of a Kufuor, if it is possible, we should even edit their name from our history books because they came to destroy. We are going to 2026, God willing. This is the last month of 2025. We thank God the first day of December 2025. Gradually, God will help us to enter into 2026. It will change. The story will change. The government must sit up and give us nothing but the best. Nothing like good or better. We deserve the best. We must challenge ourselves. We must have a regional competition. Bring out the best. If it is sports, we should have the best. Olympics, we must marshal our best. If it is football, we must marshal our best. We must not be thinking that any competition outside the Ebekono, we'll be thinking about going No. We must go there and compete and come with gold. This is the story we have to tell our people. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to this education thing, in ending, let me sum up and tell our people this. That on our education system, we should reduce national human we should reduce this kind of partisan politics. Somebody will come, they will take it to 3 years, some will come 4 years. We must stop all those nonsense. There are certain things that we all must come together and agree. Education, defense, our health, these are things we should not play with. We should not toy with. So you see, the alarming failure in English, mathematics, science, and social studies reflects deep systematic challenges across foundational learning, teacher quality, resources, and curriculum delivery. And without urgent and targeted reforms, national educational outcomes and consequently economic prospects may continue to decline. When I was jotting down my points. However, with strategic interventions, improved teaching, better resource, and strong parental and community involvement, these trends can be reversed, enabling students to succeed academically and nationally. Like I said, we've replaced social studies with social media. And I hope, we will understand, you're catchy. And we must up our game and sit up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube, please kindly do so. Hit on the bell, the notification button, and let's build our family together. Mamincha, Fifi, Christopher again, Emmanuel, Philida, Now Owens now over and Kelly Black, Isaac, Complex. I'm trying to take my time to mention all the names. Thank you all guys for coming. God bless our homeland Ghana, make our nation great and strong. Bold to defend. Ishmael Bangura, how are you say? Kwesi, thank you. Yami Adom so will come your way. Peace and take good care of yourselves.